was telling my buddy Jimmy, and I'm sure you've seen it. Did you see, and I'm not attacking him, I want to talk about it afterwards, but did you see Sean Strickland breaking down on the Theo Von podcast? Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, well, I just heard the audio. I didn't see the video or anything, but I heard the audio of it.
Yeah,
what was it about? Was it family stuff? I didn't see.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It was about his childhood, about what he went through. And he was talking about how he was sleeping, like the teacher was mad at him for sleeping in class. I'm going to do a quick version of it. And the story he was telling Theo was, the teacher would get me, they took my desk away, he said, because they're thinking I'm some kind of like bad kid. And meanwhile, I'm staying up all night because I'm scared. So I'm sleeping on the floor. And then he just started like breaking down. Dude, I'll tell you, wow. I was getting emotional watching it. Literally. Tears in my eyes. You can't, Theo Vaughn with tears in it. You can't, Jimmy. Yeah. You can tell there was real pain there. And it's, you know what I mean? And I give it to him for really putting that out there, Well,
that's why people like him. He's a real person. He's not a character. That's why people like Sean Strickland. He's not a character. He's a real guy, and he's not portraying something just to sell tickets. Like, that's who this guy is. So when you see another human side of him, I think that's really great. Like, but he's a very real person, and I think that's why people like him.
Well, you should watch that later. Me and Mario watched it.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Now, Matt mentioned before you came on that it would be great if this was a 5-round fight even. Did you care if it was a 3 or 5 round fight, or did you have no preference, or what were you looking for?
Yes, like Matt says, a 5-round fight would be good, and I'm still waiting. I asked my manager if they can change to 5 round, if they can ask UFC to change 5 round fights if it's possible. Yeah, I prepare 5 round fights because I always training and sparring more than 5 rounds, and I know I don't have this problem. I'm more comfortable 5 round fights. Like everybody see, like last my fight. I have cardio, good cardio, and then I can just. I will open more actually. After 3 rounds, and I will be more warm up, and I will do more good stuff after 3 rounds. So, but let's see. Even if it's 3 rounds, I mean, whatever it is, I'm just gonna fight hard.
But yeah, I look a bit putrid, red in the face here, and I had to throw on my nice top. I just got the hell beaten out of me by Conor. He's back in Ireland. He jumped into a jiu-jitsu session this evening, and it just reminds me how much I hate training with these exceptional athletes, because we were playing around with I was going over like the choi bar position. You know that technique. So one of my best attacks used to be hitting the Kimura from that position, and then the same kind of choi bar leg work. And I was watching your fellow countryman, Lachlan, is that the name?
Lachlan Giles. Yeah.
Lachlan Giles, like he's just a phenomenal technician, and he was talking about the choi bar kind of solves one way I'd always fail in that attack was if they were really good at posturing up, but the choi bar puts that pressure, that shoulder clamp pressure. So anyway, I'm teaching that, we're playing around. Conor was a little bit late, so he kind of missed most of the technique, but I briefly show it to him, and then I go with him for round 1. I go live, and the motherfucker hits it on me. Like, he's learned it 15 seconds ago, and I'm giving him, good game, a decent role. I'm not the easy, I'm not what I used to be, but I'm not the easiest guy in the mat either. And I was so frustrated that he hit it on me that it's just a position we're starting to play with. But anyway, it was great to have him back on the mat. It was a packed session, and every time he steps on, there's that little bit of added buzz on the mat. It's just a regular class. It's a 7 p.m. jiu-jitsu class. It's open to everybody, and you see a couple of people's eyes going a bit wide, and that's what's so special. That's what's so special about this sport. You're going off to train with one of the best of all time, Alex, and he's, you know, there'll be some beginner walking in that day who will be greeted by him, and I'm sure he jumps in on some of those train alta sessions. Johnny Walker starts the year off for UFC with a nice main event, the rematch with ANKALAEV, and then the following week I'm with Brad Kattar, and Brad's taught a lot of train alta for me. He's on the main card of UFC, the first pay-per-view of the year, UFC in Toronto, and then back to the grind with Conor. And start that cycle, getting towards the big finale. Well, finale for Train Alta mid-June, and the finale. Well, not the finale for Conor. Another big fight for Conor at the end of June.
I'm back.
Come on, bro. Pass my guard. Pass my guard. Butt scooter. Pass my guard, bro. Pass my guard. Butt scooter. Pass my guard, bro. Aljo, butt scooter. Dude, Aljo. Butt scooter.
Come on the feet. Let me take you down.
Let me take you down.
I mean, like I'm scared. Like I'm scared. Like I'm scared.
It didn't work.
Welcome to the real world, mother ass.
Umar going to be a champion, and he's going to be a champion for a long time. And none of these guys in the top 15 is going to beat him. You understand? You know, none of these guys are going to beat him. You know, and honestly, I don't know how I feel about this guy, but I respect Sean O'Malley. You know why? Sean O'Malley is the only guy talking about Umar. He's the only guy. Nobody talking about Umar. You understand? Nobody talk about Umar but Sean O'Malley. People was willing to get cut from the UFC and not fight Umar. Guy, he's a human. He got 2 legs, 2 arms, he has 2 eyes. And you have the same. And it's not the last name. Promise you, everybody says, oh, it's the last name. Umar is one of the baddest dudes on the planet. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you have to give respect to O'Malley too. He's amazing. You know, whatever he's doing for the division, I think is great.
So what do you think is going to happen with you more then? Are you going to end up having to take a non-ranked opponent?
I believe the UFC will get him a fight March 9. You know what Omar said? Give me a guy, a new signing, somebody old, somebody young, anybody. He said, just send me the contract. I don't need to know who. Just send me a contract and I'll fight anyone you want me to fight.
But yeah, I look a bit putrid, red in the face here, and I had to throw on my nice top. I just got the hell beaten out of me by Conor. He's back in Ireland. He jumped into a jiu-jitsu session this evening. And it just reminds me of how much I hate training with these exceptional athletes. I was going over like the Choi bar position. I briefly show it to him, and then I go with him for round one. I go live, and the motherfucker hits it on me. Like he's learned it 15 seconds ago.